Chillax, 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 chillax. Relax, 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 relax. Oh, relax, 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 relax. Oh, relax, relax. Relax, relax. Oh, relax, 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 relax. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop, whole game in the chokehold.
Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago. The Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with Marcus Mariota and the Tennessee Titans. No more training camp, no more exhibitions. The 2018 NFL season on EA Sports is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. These two teams, Titans and Dolphins, met last year, Week 5. That was Jay Cutler versus Matt Castle. And it was the Dolphins getting a fourth-quarter touchdown from Jarvis Landry. And they held on to win 16-10 in South Florida. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Off play action to Henry. Here's Mariota. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 48-yard line. Mariota now. Uncorks one for Davis. This is caught. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. 48 yards. And the Titans have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point put through by Succop. And that makes the score 7-0. Now here's Succop out to kick it away. Jakeem Grant now to return. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Detroit! Detroit! Hey, check.
On second down, Rosen. On the crossing route, complete. It's Grant. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Jayon Brown coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Yeah, nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Now let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
And this time, Rosen will throw. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down. On first down, Drake. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. First foray into the red zone for Miami. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Cameron Wake in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. Third and long here for Rosen. And the pressure gets to him again.
I always love the opening game of the season, and for the players, always nice to get those firsts out of the way, isn't it? How about here? The first sack of the season. Not just in the first game, but in the opening drive. That's the way to get things kicked off.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Second down, Mariota. Being chased out left. Now he'll let it go deep and into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A big play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. And his kick is good. On the NFL scoreboard, an update from Foxborough. And the early going, it's the Texans out in front. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. The return man is Grant. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just. Shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. These Dolphins last year, Charles, 6-10 under second-year coach Adam Gase, a regression from their playoff run in 2016. But this once-proud franchise, they haven't won a playoff game since the 2000 season.
Yeah, think about it this way. 2 years under head coach Adam Gase, a little bit of a yo-yo. Playoffs his first year, not close his second year. They need to get back to competing for a playoff spot this season. How so? More consistent play, less penalties, and getting Ryan Tannehill back for all 16 games at quarterback.
Well, you mentioned penalties. The Dolphins had more penalties than any team the last 2 years. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now this time he'll look to throw. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And he'll give it here to his running back. The 20. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down.
When big runs occur, sometimes there's a sense that things were pretty easy, and that one carried them down inside the 10. But getting into the end zone now, that won't be easy at all because you're going to face different defenses and not as much real estate to work with. Will they be able to run it? Or will they have
under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Jurrell Casey busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14.
Here we go now.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Well, there's no doubt in my mind that he dreamed of this. How about this for your debut? 2nd sack in the opener.
Yeah, it's great to get 1. That's memorable. 2? Hello.
Now, he dreamed about it. He thought about it. Did he ever expect it to happen? Probably not.
Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Off the play fake, here's Rosen. He'll buy some time right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
A first down throw for Mariota. It's caught. Michael Pruitt. A good pickup there, a 22. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A first down carry for Henry. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Mariota now on 2nd down. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Mariota. He's going deep for Brown. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Marcus Mariota with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. Extra point try now for Succop. Extra point up and good by Succop. And that makes the score 21-0. Now here's Succop out to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. This offense trots back out there now, and as they do, Charles, one thing to point out that we saw a second ago are some of the new rules in the NFL this year regarding kickoffs.
Yeah, nowadays, the kickoff team, no more running starts. Remember that when you kind of circle a guy around and here he goes? No more. You have to start, close to the ball. And when it's kicked, then you get to take off and go, so you can't build up your speed that way. Also, when you're returning it, remember those wedges that we used to say where guys would form together, 2 or 3 guys? No more of those. So it'd be a lot more man-on-man, one-on-one blocking. And also they have rules about where people have to be when the ball's kicked, where they have to be when the ball's caught. So to me, it's much more like a punt return than it is an actual kickoff return. So I'm eager to see if teams now take their punt returners, those nifty guys who make people miss in the open field, and make them the kickoff returners as well, because I think you can still get big plays in this area if you have to move people back there.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Hurry up, here we go.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Following the interception here, Mariota. Buying time to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
Play fake to Henry. Now Mariota. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. Succop for the extra point. Extra point put through by Succop. And the route is on here in this first half. Now here's Succop out to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Two minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now it's the backup Fitzpatrick. And he's going to go down again.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought up a punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time win right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. That one goes for 24 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A first red zone opportunity for the Titans. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Mariota hands to Henry. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Tackle made there by Eric Rowe.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left half, should be a fairly easy one here. And Suckup will put this one right through. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So they get the 3, increase their lead to close out the half.
Excellent way to end a drive. Go into the locker room with a little bit of extra momentum after adding 3 to their total.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll check in for the first time with the newest member of our Madden family, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know. I
would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They stay on the ground with Drake. And he powers his way up past the 30. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. A reminder, 4 more games set to kick off later this afternoon. Chiefs, Chargers, Seahawks and the Broncos, Redskins and Cardinals, and then the Cowboys against the Panthers. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Right back to Drake. And they coughed it up. And that might be Titan football. It is. Off to consistent on fumbles. You look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. Oh, spinning away. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. Henry relishing the chance to be the Titans' lead dog. He's in the backfield again on 1st and 10.
4 down, 4 down. Check.
They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Tenth carry now for Derrick Henry. And Hill running right through it. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
On 3rd down, Henry. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And Suckup will put this one right through. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field. But they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Suckup now set to kick it off following the made field goal. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So now here come the Dolphins. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Cameron Wake makes plays like that look simple because I think he plays with excellent leverage. Really does a nice job of being lower than the offensive guys trying to block him and gets underneath them and goes up and down the line of scrimmage to make those types of plays.
And kept him to a short run play there. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Set, ready, ready.
second down, it's Drake. A very good move, but for a short gain out near the 32. The tackle was by the Boston College product, Harold Landry.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The Dolphins on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. It's complete to Graham. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And a big 32-yard play on third. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On the give, this is Drake. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down at will.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Now on first down, Drake again. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Now a handoff for Drake. And he loses the football a second time.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. They go play action. Fitzpatrick sliding out of the pocket. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. 4th down now as the Titans defense holds up in coverage.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So 2 missed field goals for him now, and that's helped keep them with a big 0 on the scoreboard.
Well, it's not the only reason they have a 0. The offense has been bogged down a few times now, but it's certainly not helping the cause any at all.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 43.
Hey, boys, we got 4 down.
That's a strong running. This time a spin. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Miami. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. The first carry for the expatriate. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Got some real estate inside the 30. And down to the 16-yard line. A big run there. 29 yards and a first.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
The pitch to Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll try to throw now. Mariota going underneath for Lewis. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and they're going to face a third down. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. And Suckup will put this one right through. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Here comes Grant on the return. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Daquan Jones in on the tackle there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now the rookie from Arizona State, it's Kalen Ballage. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
They'll stay on the ground. Ballage again. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. A good return there, 17 yards. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. And the Titans getting set to go. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
Derrick Henry, pretty nice move, but not a ton of space there. They stop him shy of the 25. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this.
Let's go. Easy.
They'll run it again with Henry. Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
4 down. Check.
They'll toss it to Henry. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. And they'll indeed take a knee. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for the Titans, you can't ask for a better start as they pitch a shutout here in the opener. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for Miami, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.